There's a mental fog that holds many of us back, a collection of thoughts, beliefs, and assumptions that we've accepted as truth without ever questioning them. These mental blocks dictate how we act, what we believe is possible, and where we see our lives going. But what if you could shatter those blocks? What if you could break free from the limitations that have been silently shaping your path? Here are 3 powerful approaches that can dismantle those mental barriers and set you on a trajectory toward real, lasting change. The art of challenging assumptions. Uncovering hidden beliefs. A big part of growth comes from the ability to question your own thought processes. Too often we make assumptions that limit us. Maybe you look at someone driving a high-end car and instantly assume they were born into wealth. Why? Because that fits the narrative we're used to. People who have success without struggle must have come from privilege. But let's stop and dig deeper. Why do you believe this? Is it based on any actual facts? Or are you merely reinforcing a stereotype you've grown up with? When you pause to question your assumptions, you begin to unravel the stories you've been telling yourself about what's possible. Here's the key. The answers you seek lie in the questions you ask yourself. Asking, "Why do I think this?" or "What if the opposite were true?" can help you break free from mental ruts. Every time you challenge an assumption, you take a step toward rewriting your narrative. So, what happens when you stop taking everything at face value and start looking for the deeper truth? You begin to see possibilities where you once saw limits. The urgency test, shaking up your excuses. Imagine for a moment that you've just been told you have a limited amount of time left. That's a jarring thought, isn't it? It forces you to examine what's truly important. Now let's say there's a solution, a way to turn things around. But here's the catch. The solution isn't from an ideal source. It's not from the person you expected, nor does it come with the credentials or background that you've convinced yourself are necessary for success. But here's the twist. If this solution is the key to your survival, would you still hesitate to pursue it just because it comes from an unexpected place? This concept forces you to confront your own excuses. Often, we convince ourselves that we need to be in a certain place or have a specific set of circumstances in order to succeed. But if you were faced with a true, urgent need, none of that would matter. You wouldn't care if the person offering the solution was young, inexperienced, or didn't meet your usual standards. You'd care about one thing. Does this person have what I need? That's the power of urgency. It strips away all the mental clutter. When you stop focusing on who's offering the solution and start focusing on whether that solution can help you, everything else fades into the background. The shift in self. Becoming who you want to be. If you want to make a real, lasting change in your life, you need to first change how you see yourself. It's not about simply setting goals or using willpower to force a change. It's about aligning your actions with a new identity. Let's say you're trying to lose weight. It's easy to say, "I want to lose weight," but the truth is, if you're not already thinking of yourself as a healthy person, that goal is just a wish. You'll never make the necessary changes because your identity isn't in sync with what you want. The key is to identify with the person you want to become. Instead of saying, "I want to lose weight," say, "I am a healthy person." Once you identify as someone who prioritizes health, making healthy decisions becomes part of your daily routine. It's no longer something you're trying to do. It's who you are. This same principle applies to any goal. Whether you want to be an entrepreneur, a writer, or an athlete, the first step is to adopt that identity. When you see yourself as the person who has already achieved that goal, your behavior and decisions will naturally align with it. Transforming your life starts with transforming the way you think. By challenging the assumptions that limit you, stripping away excuses, and aligning your actions with your desired identity, you can break free from the mental barriers that have been holding you back. The power to change is already within you. It's just a matter of shifting how you see yourself and the world around you. Remember, you don't need a grand plan. You just need to take small steps toward the person you want to become. Change isn't an event, it's a process. But with the right mindset, you'll get there.